Sometimes people leave without a reason. There's no explanation, no bond, no complaint, just silence. But what they don't realize is that leaving without a word isn't the end of the story. In fact, it's the beginning of something that could haunt them more than they expect. But here's the truth that no one tells you. When someone leaves like this, it says more about them than it says about you. And what they don't expect is that leaving you without closure will never leave them alone. Because while you're picking up the pieces and rebuilding from the pain, they're building their own prison, a prison made of guilt, regret, and memories of the love they walked away from. It doesn't happen all at once, but slowly reality catches up with them. And when it does, it hits hard. Hey guys, welcome back to the Powerful Stoic Way. If you've ever been in a situation like this video is for you. Join us as we dive deep into 5 life-changing truths that will silently resonate in the minds of those who have passed. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and get started. So let's get started. Step 1. Your unbothered silence will echo louder than words. When someone leaves you without a word, they expect chaos. They expect you to reach out, to demand answers, to fall apart. But instead, you go silent. No angry texts, no desperate calls, nothing, just peace. And believe me, that peace becomes their punishment. At first, they'll think your silence means indifference, that maybe you didn't care as much as they thought. But slowly, the silence becomes unbearable, because in silence, the mind begins to wander. It begins to ask questions. Why didn't they react? Were they expecting it? Did they already move on? And when someone has to live with unanswered questions, the silence turns into a storm inside their head. That's when it starts to haunt them. They'll scroll through your social media just to see a glimpse of your emotions, only to find you smiling, glowing, laughing like nothing happened. That confuses them. It bothers them, because deep down they hope to see you break. But instead, you're unbothered. And here's the most haunting part. When you stay silent, they start replaying everything they did to you, every moment they ignored you, every word they left unsaid. Now, it replays in their mind like a movie they can't pause. You become the ghost that lives in their thoughts, not because you did anything, but because you chose not to. Let them hear nothing, no closure, no confrontation, just that brutal, elegant silence. Because the loudest response to being left behind is no response at all. Step 2. Watching you grow without them will be their worst nightmare. There is no pain deeper than watching the person you left behind become everything you said they couldn't. When they walked away, they probably thought they were walking out of your story. What they didn't realize is they were just removing themselves from the chapter where your true transformation begins. This is the part that hurts them most, your growth. They expected heartbreak to destroy you, but instead it lit a fire within you. You focused on yourself. You improved your health, chased your goals, found peace within yourself, and slowly you became unrecognizable. Not because you changed for someone else, but because you chose to evolve. And here's the truth. People don't regret leaving you when you're still hurting. They regret it when they see you thriving, when your glow-up is real, when people around you begin to notice what they missed, when you walk with a confidence they never saw in you. That's when regret creeps in. Every time they see you smile without them, achieve without them, or get attention from others, they feel that sting, because deep down they realize, I could have been a part of that. But now they're not even in the picture. And it's not just about looks or success. It's the energy. You radiate peace. You walk like someone who found happiness in the pain. You've turned their betrayal into fuel. And now they can't unsee your progress. They'll try to act like they're happy, like they've moved on. But inside, they're haunted by the version of you they never believed in, because that version now shines brighter than they ever imagined. Step 3. They'll realize too late that you were their safe place. Sometimes people chase excitement. They confuse chaos for passion, drama for depth, and in doing so, they overlook the rarest thing life offers, peace. That's what you gave them. You were their calm in a world that never stops screaming, their safe place, their emotional shelter, and they left, thinking they could find better. But life has a funny way of teaching people lessons, especially the ones who take peace for granted. After they leave, they might enter new relationships that seem thrilling at first. They may meet people who look good on the outside, but don't understand their soul. The laughs won't feel as genuine. The talks won't go as deep. The comfort won't feel the same. And slowly, it hits them. You weren't just a partner. You were home. They'll remember the way you listened when no one else did, the way you stayed quiet when they needed space, and the way your presence alone calmed their anxious mind. They'll realize that in a world full of temporary people, you were permanent. But now, you're gone. And the most haunting part is that they can't find you again. You don't recreate that kind of peace with just anyone. They could meet 1,000 new people, and none of them will match what you made them feel without even trying. Because you didn't need to prove anything. You were the proof. One day, maybe in the quiet of the night or during a mental breakdown, they can't explain, your name will flash through their mind. Not because they're thinking of the good times, but because they're desperate for that feeling again. But peace, once disrespected, rarely returns. That's the regret they'll carry silently for a long, long time. Step 4. They'll see you being loved the way they never could. There's something deeply painful about seeing someone you once had, being cherished by someone else, in ways you never could manage. And that pain becomes even more real when it's someone they walked away from. They'll see it one day, maybe through social media, mutual friends, or just by accident. But it will happen. They'll see you holding hands with someone new, someone who looks at you like you're magic, someone who celebrates your quirks, respects your boundaries, and actually makes you feel safe. And in that exact moment, they'll feel it in their gut. That should have been me. The human ego is fragile, and nothing crushes it more than seeing someone you took for granted being adored by another. They'll wonder how this new person managed to unlock the version of you they couldn't. They'll question why you're smiling more now, why your eyes look brighter, and worse, why you look like you finally found what they failed to give. You see, love isn't about grand gestures or perfect words. It's about consistency, presence, and effort. And when you find someone who gives you that naturally, it becomes impossible to miss the difference. That realization will hit them like a storm. Because now, they aren't just remembering what they had, they're seeing what you became without them, and the new love in your life. It's not a replacement, it's an upgrade, one they unintentionally pushed you toward. They'll stay silent, watching from afar, haunted by the fact that someone else is now doing everything they refuse to do. And the twist? You won't even be trying to make them jealous. You'll just be living, loved, happy, and finally whole. Step 5. They'll remember you in their loneliest moments. When it's far too late. It's easy to leave when life feels exciting, when distractions are everywhere, when new faces and fresh environments keep the emotions numb. But life has a rhythm, and eventually it slows down. The noise fades, and they're left alone with their thoughts. That's when you return, not in body, but in memory, in the silence of their bedroom, in the middle of the night when sleep won't come, in the shower, in the car, during a song you both used to love. That's when it creeps in. You, your smile, your voice, your kindness, and most haunting of all, the love they threw away with zero warning. They'll try to brush it off, but memories don't knock before entering. They flood in, and because they never gave you closure, their mind becomes a loop of what-ifs and why did I? The unanswered questions will torture them far more than any message you could have sent. And the silence. It becomes a mirror they can't escape from. They'll reach for their phone, maybe even consider messaging you, but they won't. Pride or shame will hold them back, and even if they do, it won't matter anymore. Because you've changed, you've healed, you've grown into someone they no longer have access to. That's what makes it haunting. You didn't need revenge. You didn't destroy them. You just walked away and became unreachable. Not because you're angry, but because you finally found peace they never gave you. And as they sit in that lonely moment, surrounded by people, yet feeling empty, they'll whisper your name under their breath. Not to call you back, but to mourn what they lost when they left you without a goodbye. So, remember this. When they left without a word, they thought they were walking away from something ordinary. But what they actually walked away from was the rarest kind of love. A love that was loyal, patient, and pure. And while you were left picking up the broken pieces, they were out there thinking they'd find better. But life doesn't work like that, because the kind of peace, presence, and depth you gave, it's not something people find twice. And sooner or later, when the noise fades and the distractions disappear, the silence you left behind will start echoing in their mind. They'll miss your voice in their darkest moments. They'll scroll through old photos trying to feel something again. But what will hurt the most is realizing they can't reach you anymore. You didn't block them. You didn't get revenge. You simply became someone they can no longer access. And that will haunt them forever. You didn't lose them, they lost you. And now, you're not only healing, you're evolving. You're becoming stronger, wiser, and more powerful than before. So let them wonder. Let them regret. Because the love they walked away from is the one they'll spend their whole life searching for, but never find again. If this touched your heart, let it out in the comments. Share your story. Inspire someone else. And if you're ready to keep growing with us, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and join the powerful Stoic Way family. Your story isn't over. It's just getting started.